Technology changes every second, but human nature never does. Technology changes every second, human nature never does. So what are the habits we in this room can practice that'll help future-proof ourselves and our company each and every day?
Have the courage to step into your story. It's interesting, it's really uncomfortable to step into your story at first, but long-term it's the most comfortable place that we can all live.
Nothing happens without action. That makes sense. So what prevents a team from taking action? There's a lot of reasons why teams don't take action, but by far there's one that stands head and shoulders above all. Someone said it, fear. It's fear. They're afraid to fail. But it's really about failing fast, failing forward, failing better. We're gonna have more conversations with bots and with our spouse. Just out of curiosity, how many of you have Alexa in your home? You know, Alexa is already able to predict when you're about to have an argument with your spouse or with your roommate. And I was just out in Seattle and they're beta testing right now something that should be very helpful, is that in your voice, Alexa will then be able to argue with your spouse, which would be very, very helpful.
Now I'd be remiss if I'm up here in this arena and didn't tell one Coach Izzo story. And so we'd won on a last second shot, and if you've ever seen Coach on TV, super animated, super excited, he comes flying in the locker room and he's like, Respert, your offense helped us win tonight, that helped us out a ton. Snow, your defense off the bench, man, that really helped us win tonight. And he jumped in front of my locker and he looked at me and paused, and I hadn't played in the game. And he looked and goes, Qualman, you didn't play tonight? That probably helped us out the most.
Now, most importantly for this room is the question about how can I use this to increase sales? How can I use this to attract customers? Well, there's a lot of ways that we can use it, and I'm just gonna touch at a very, very high level in here today. But really, it's about how do you remove friction? The only reason you use any innovation or new tools is to remove friction for your teammates, for your customers, for your stakeholders. So it's always, you can't replace face-to-face. And we learned that the hard way. You can't replace the lunches. You can't replace those face-to-face conversations. You can't replace these conferences. It's just not the same.
Can you imagine when this race is won? Turn our golden faces into the sun. Praising our leaders, we're getting in tune. The music's played by the madman. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever, forever, forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever young.
Thanks for giving me a smile with the standing ovation. I really appreciate it. Thanks for putting a smile on my face with the standing ovation. I really appreciate
Well,
it.
thanks for giving me a huge smile with the standing ovation. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
They say that the future favors the bold, the brave, the brightest, the biggest. Well, this is no longer true. The future favors the flexible, the most adaptable. And this requires focus in this unfocused world. Because in this quantum era, leaders don't say, let's get ready. They say, let's get started.
I'm Al Roker. I'm here with Qualman.
Erik Qualman is a Forbes top 50 influencer, entertaining audiences around the world and empowering millions.
Often called the Digital Dale Carnegie, Erik Qualman inspires and motivates audiences around the world. You will become disruptors rather than the disrupted.
5 times #1 best-selling author and keynote speaker.
Finalist in the most likable author.
He is a current professor of digital leadership at Northwestern University.
Has performed in over 60 countries.
And has reached over 60 million people.
Most importantly, he's still trying to live up to the world's greatest dad coffee mug he received as a gift from his wife and 2 daughters.
His work has been used by organizations ranging from Nordstrom to NASA. We are absolutely honored today to have Erik Qualman here with us.
Please join me in welcoming Erik Qualman, also known as Qualman.
It turns out if you actually stand like a superhero, that it can help suppress the fear in our mind, reduce the stress by up to 15%, that cortisol that's pinging around in our bodies.
And so what we're gonna do here today is we're gonna take our glasses, because it's gonna make you uncomfortable. It's all about stepping into that discomfort to grow. And so as we put on these glasses, we're gonna put on our focus glasses to think big versus busy. And we're all gonna stand up like superheroes.
When you think about the meaning of life, it's discovering your gifts, your superpowers, and the purpose is to give those superpowers or those gifts away. Pioneers always get pushed back. We don't use old maps to get to new destinations. We will fail at something. You will lose. You will suck. You will fall down. That's not a question, that's a fact. The question is how high you're gonna bounce up when you fall. So one of the easiest ways for us to simplify is actually to single task, single task, single task.
And in that moment of switching, our IQ can drop up to 15 points, which my dad is always quick to point out. He's like, son, you can't afford to lose 15 points. That's a lot for you. That's the equivalent of not sleeping for 36 hours when we're multitasking.
Erik spawned the socialnomics movement with his #1 international bestseller of the same name. His socialnomics work has been featured from leading media from 60 Minutes to Wall Street Journal.
Word of mouth is now world of mouth.
You cannot replace face-to-face. These tools are there and designed to augment face-to-face when time and distance are an issue.
The Focus Project offers practical advice on cutting through distractions to concentrate on what really matters.
I always appreciate presentations that bring life and simplicity to topics that are often overly complex.
Insightful, but also very funny.
This analogy of like the Flintstones and the Jetsons when we're still talking about, you know, the Stone Age, but also looking at the digital age and what all it has to offer.
His level of energy, leadership, forward-thinkingness that I really haven't seen anywhere else.
If it doesn't challenge us, it certainly won't change us. If you never take a step forward, you'll always be standing in the same place. And if you can dream it, you can do it.
2 y 3. Viva Colombia!
And all this is word of mouth is now on digital steroids. Now we're at speed and also scale. My background's in tech, but I'm still more of a Flintstones guy. It's really about Flintstones and Jetsons coming together. It's how do I use this stuff to help my customer, to help my teammate. You need to surround yourself with the right people, both offline and now more and more online. So it's the combination of those two coming together. So jobs, are they gonna take my job? No, but someone that knows how to use AI might take your job.
As a futurist, people often ask me, what's gonna change? And a great question to marry that with is what's not gonna change? Because that's what we can build a business around.
It's not about adding stuff, it's about taking it away. How many of you have to-do lists? How many of you have a not to-do list? Yeah, only about 5%. But it's actually more important to have a not to-do list, a not yet list. And that list should be 10 times longer than your to-do list. What's the one thing, if I do it well, will either make everything easier or not necessary?
Our clients and customers are telling us, hey, we love what you're doing here. Are you doing more of that today?
Now, historically, no matter what business you are or what business you're invested in, your best customers, your best clients have always come from word of mouth. So the better questions that we ask, the better our relationships will be. How are you doing on a scale of 1 to 10? How are you doing on a scale of 1 to 10? Guarantee most people are gonna go the safe 7. They're gonna say I'm a 7. How you doing on a scale of 1 to 10? Can't say 7. Because now they gotta say 6, kind of failing. 8, pretty good. It's better than me asking how's the project going. I ask how's the project going 1 to 10? Can't say 7. How do we get you to a 10?
Here come some G's.
We're gonna have some fun, entertaining, educating, empowering your audience. Heck, they might all wear these glasses as well. It's happened before. But most important, they're gonna have key takeaways on how to digitally transform in this digital decade. How to step into becoming digital leaders, because digital leaders are made, they are not born. As you can see, for the next generation of leaders, it requires focus and flexibility. And most importantly, to focus on big things versus busy ones. And thanks for putting a smile on my face with the standing ovation. Thank you so much. Thanks for the standing ovation. Thanks for creating a smile on my face with the standing ovation. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You guys have been great. Most importantly, thanks for the standing ovation. I appreciate it. Thank you.